so I did. But that was a small lie. I said it anyway because I would kind of like it to be true. Teacher wanted me to do this, but I didn't have any ideas. I tried to have some, but nothing happened. So now this is a painting without any ideas. But what are you painting then? No idea. Hey, that's what I usually do when I'm drawing. No idea what I'm doing. Come to think of it, I think I'll call this no idea. Now I'm starting to think again. This is bad. She shakes her head vigorously for a while, trying to shake thinking out of her head. That amber red hair flies wildly around. This is why I have had Emmy help me. She makes it easier not to think about anything. You know how she just talks and she talks about nothing for hours? It's just like her head is made of a bubblegum foam bath jelly. You are kind of the same, but not really. Very helpful if you stay here. It's very helpful if you stay here. I'm not sure if that's a compliment or not. It's probably neither. With Rin being the overtly neutral person she is. So, is this anything specific you'd like me to do to make you not think? Just be. So, without knowing what I should do, I just sit on an empty box to watch her continue with the painting, idly leafing the pages of the beer-drinking book. Rin has a serene expression on her face, her dark green eyes hiding what she might think behind them. But hiding what she might think behind them. No, wait. She's supposedly not thinking anything, right? She quietly hums to a tune, interpreting every now and then with polite requests for more paint or another kind of brush. Her concentration is admirable, even though she seems to be sleep deprived and under pressure to finish the job. Inch by inch, the painting gains more form. Details become added on top of details. Colors entwining with each other, filling the empty spaces, growing on top of each other. I find myself thinking about inspiration and motivation and to create art again. Where does one get ideas? They don't come out of nowhere, and I don't think there are muscles that magically inject some inspiration in your head. Muses. Why did I say muscles? Ideas have an origin and a purpose. The more I think about it, the more I'm convinced that Rin is lying about her mural, or at least twisting the truth. Maybe she doesn't even realize it herself. She can't do anything creative without having an idea of what you are going to create. That would go against the definition. Every stroke must be a decision to be drawn, even if it's made at random. then that too is a conscious decision. So her painting, even this one, must be based on having some deliberate goal or idea, or of what to paint. If Rin's idea is to have no idea, as she said, does that count as having an idea? Now you're getting creative. A logical paradox. You need logical paradoxes to make something creative. That's what I feel like. That seems to be Rin. That seems to be Rin's modus operandi for most normal interactions. So it wouldn't surprise me if she hadn't even noticed this herself. I wonder if I should I should pick it up, but I'm not sure if I want to engage in an argument about logic with this girl. One of us would probably end up short-circuiting fairly quickly, so I discard the thought. It's like smoke on out of Rin's ears. Rin is squirming, shuffling restlessly. Even her casual blank visage breaks occasionally into pretty difficult-looking expressions, the kind that one doesn't just come up with accidentally. Everything alright?
Yes, no.
My back started hurting again. This painting is too big, after all, and it's hard to paint in this position. You don't want to take a break? After I finish this part. Of course she doesn't take a break, and I don't bring it up again, because that would be completely, utterly pointless. Rin continues her work, and I stay with her. I like to watch her paint, and I'm going to be a member of the same club she is in now. Ooh. When she declares the meal to be finished, it's already so dark that I have no idea how she can tell. There is no celebration, no general sense of job well done, just a tired and laconic, I'm done. And then we both go to sleep. Yeah! Okay. Okay. Let's go. Yeah, still, don't panic. Still don't panic. But this better be better. Da, 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 da. Next day I wake up feeling a little lightheaded. It's almost noon already. Sleeping late is fine since it's wait a second. Doop. Well, oh, cool. We should work together. Well, Mike joined the art club, so I guess I'll go with them.
You did what?
I joined the art club?
Man, that was a bad move. Really bad. You don't know what kind of girls there are in the art club. Troubled, angsty cuties who tear your heart out and eat it raw.
Well, I know one art club member, and I don't really see Rin immediately becoming a psychopathic murderer. That seems unlikely.
Don't say that. Don't fool yourself. You have no idea what you are dealing with here. Man, they are the worst kind. They drag you in with all the fancy shit. Kenji, stop giving me hiccups. You need to stop doing that, bro.
You're hurting my diaphragm. Fancy pants shit, and then when you least expect it, bam! Bam what? Kenji seemed slightly fazed at my skepticism, but not any less loony. It doesn't matter. Tread carefully, man. Tread carefully. He fingers his scarf nervously, faster and faster, like he is trying to start a fire, then slowly begins to calm down. Once the panic attack finishes running its course, I'm going to have to find some place to hide in, a safe haven, and then knock the lights out of myself so that I don't have to experience this horrible day. I have the perfect thing for that. I must prepare now. Don't go to the festival. Okay. Later, dude. The door slowly closes with a low creak, and I don't know how to feel about what Kenji just said. Happy hubbub of the crowd greets me as I push myself through the main door and step inside. The school grounds were transformed into a festival grounds. Over yesterday and this morning, colorful stands line at the main walkways from the main entrance to the school building. Some people are still carrying stuff to and fro, but behind most counters are relaxed students who look like they are good to go. Most of the other students have been up early to finish the preparations. A feeling of guilt passes through me, but it soon goes away. I'm just a lowly transfer student after all. Some visitors are already strolling around the grounds. There are some young families with the perturbed parents trying to keep up with their over-enthusiastic offspring. There you go. A few students of our own accomplished by their parents. And a lot of old and young people who are here for no reason. I can imagine. The children burst into life, and the principal's squeaky voice announces the opening of the festival over the PA system. Everyone applauds politely, if a bit unenthusiastically. The school festival. We didn't really have festivals at my old high school. It feels kind of old-fashioned, especially considering the school I came from. But it's still somewhat exciting. The day off feels sweet after the first week of hard work, despite me lying on the hospital bed for 4 months prior to this. I recall even wishing that I could go to math lessons during my stint at the hospital. I can't remember the program or the festival, even though Tao went through it during class just the other day. Step off the broken steps, intending to take a tour going to the grounds to see all the stuff the others have set up, but I only take it down or at the bottom of the stairs. Hey, Bryn! few people are studying Rin's mural on the wall, while the artist herself is lounging on the sidelines, leaning against the wall and looking extremely bored and wildly under the weather. Good morning.
Hello.
How's it going?
Nowhere. I'm stuck.
What do you mean stuck?
I mean, I can't walk. Stuck. I think my legs are out of order because of yesterday.
Does it hurt?
It's hard to say. Maybe?
Strain of working on the mural was greater than she let me know. I thought it was just a bit of tired muscles or something. I mean, to ask something further, but Rin swiftly moves on to another topic.
Teacher's friends came by. Then they headed into town for lunch and asked me to go. It was a good thing my legs hurt so much.
But you're stuck sitting here. But you're stuck sitting there. That's not good.
I'll just wait until I can walk again. It should be either sooner or later if you think about it for a while. Teacher was happy that I finished the mural.
You should be.
But I wonder if it's finished after all.
Oh?
I thought yesterday that I had done everything, but now I'm not sure anymore. I should paint more details, maybe. Probably. It's very hard to decide.
Finished or not, the mural looks great in broad daylight. Looks pretty cool. Various human body parts, repeated over and over, in wild, mutating, mostly disfigured variety, are the main element. They are rough looking, as if thoughtlessly placed and rudimentarily painted, but a great deal of thought and care has gone into each and every one of them. Oh, this is cool. That fucking goldfish? Does this one have a frog growing out of his head?
It's a goldfish.
Damn, Sal, you can't tell a frog from a goldfish?
It's a goldfish.
What's that?
It's nothing.
It looks like a guy with a boob coming out of his chin. Or is it a woman's abdomen growing into a man's face? One of the two. Anyway... The wall is so wide I have to turn my neck from side to side to see the entire painting. I like this. I really do. It's hard to consider it as a single piece. The elements don't seem to fit together, but I guess they do create some kind of a whole. Abstract as it is, I have no idea what it's supposed to be portraying, but it looks nice. That's enough for me. I settle myself next to Rin, leaning against a wall like she does. The happy noises of the festival are becoming louder as as more and more folks enter the grounds. The dorms are far from the main attractions in the main building, and the stands around the courtyard. So most visitors have not found their way here yet. Somewhat bored expression settles on Rin's face, making her look detached from everything that's going around her. She's being awfully quiet. I wonder if she's in pain. So, what did the art people say about your mural? My question wakes Rin from her daydreaming. She lazily turns her face towards me. I'm not sure. I think they liked it. Maybe they did. What about you? Are you happy with your mural? Because I kind of appreciate it. It'd be terrible if you... Because it would be articulated. It'd be terrible if you were unhappy. Yeah. Rin tilts her head a bit, biting her lower lip. I think it came out decently. It's not bad, but it's not good either. It's just is. I guess I'm alright, but at being empty-minded. I can ask something. Can I ask something else? What does this painting really portray? I thought about it yesterday when you said that it doesn't portray anything. But that's a logical fallacy, isn't it? You can't make something out of nothing. Not even art. Rin frowns and turns her head back towards the clouds. I don't know. I am not really good at explaining things. It's just a mural. There is nothing special to it. I said that. I said it already. You know what? I feel ya. People, when I draw something, and particularly my more, I guess you could say gory things, people often ask, what's this supposed to mean? I just say, it's a drawing of a gory situation. Why? It doesn't really mean anything to me. I just like blood and gore. It doesn't really mean anything bad about me. I'm still a nice guy, decent person. It doesn't mean I'm going to go on a fucking murder spree. This is a drawing of a cool thing, I think. She sounds annoyed at my inquiries. I didn't know that I painted so decent. I'd paint, so I decided to paint just a mural. It's a mural that portrays a mural. Now wait, I just thought up a better way to say it. It portrays itself. So, it's a mural. Muralness is the maximum, is at its maximum, at least as far as I can do. So, if you think it has some meaning, I think that's the same as this one has. She's pretty much saying, you give it meaning. Makes sense from it, because I'm not. That makes no sense. I got something out of it. Meaning, I feel the corners of my mouth turn upwards into a smile. That's just a tiny bit bothered. Look at that thing, it's awesome. I have never understood art in the deepest meaning of the word. I get the basics, how art is supposed to be only a means for exchanging ideas and thoughts. However, I never learned how I should interpret pieces of art to something divine, or what the artist intends to say through it. Are those tongues? Are those tongues sticking out of that person's? Yeah, okay. Look at this fucking Picasso work. I know it's not any special skill, but somehow my brain never can connect art with anything else than what I see. All I see is a mural. I can admire the technical skill. After all, done. Even, after all, even I know the difference between bad art and mediocre art and good art. But that as far as I can go. So so don't ask me about meanings, Ren. Her reply sure made me reluctant to ask her about it any further either. So, what are you doing get your when you get on your feet?
Nothing. Nothing.
Nothing. But there's a festival. Don't you want to go have some fun?
I'm fine like this.
You don't like socializing much, do you? I think my arguing I'm arguing more for her than myself at this point. It's not that I'm particularly thrilled about the festival either, just a bit curious to why it's like, what it's like, and that's about it. Her answer is unsurprising.
No, I don't.
I guess me neither, in the end.
You should go if you want to. If you want to.
I know, but I can keep you company. And I'm not used to all of this just yet, so it's okay to take it easy. I can leave, though, if you want me to leave. If you want to be alone.
I like it if you if you are here.
We circle around each other with words, but eventually end up somewhere. Her saying that makes me feel oddly happy to stay. See, oddly happy, so I stay. Her presence is something I like too. The odd, warm aura of sincerity that she seems to emanate makes it comfortable to be silent. I really like that. We watch people walk by, the two of us silent, everyone else chattering happily among themselves. The students are leading their families to the dorms to show their rooms. They pass us, and the mural maybe glance at it once or twice. I pay less attention to them and more to my companion. I'm trying to figure my way past her cryptic, unreadable wall of a face. Rin's eyes flickered restlessly from one person to another as they walk by. Is she waiting for people to stop the mural, maybe secretly hoping someone would comment on it. I don't think anyone would assume she was the artist. We're just sitting here like a pair of hobos. After all, and she doesn't even have arms or hands. Yeah, I will. Dude, not to sound like I'm generalizing, but if you don't have arms, I wouldn't think you'd make art. Though people make art with, don't necessarily need to make art with their hands. Like that one time that lady. No, I'm not going to talk about that video. I'd rather not. That's very video. But you probably know what I'm talking about. I wonder if it's even in Rin's style to fish for compliments. She seems so aloof. More people walk by. Some of them pointing their fingers at the mural, exchanging words that I can't make out. Someone drops a snow cone at his shoe. Too bad for him. Everyone seems to like it. That's just tentative, throwing a topic in the stale summer air, separating us. Rin doesn't answer right away, but by now I am mostly used to her occasional slowness when she must talk. It's like she takes great care picking her words, which is really unbelievable when you consider the jumble that comes out of her mouth. I wanted to make it so that you can just look at it without thinking, then realize that it doesn't make any sense. So it became something that, like a mix of this and what? A mix of this and that. From far away, it looks like someone vomited a herd of butterflies on the wall, which is exactly what the obnoxious person didn't want. Is that word that? Is that word that? Is that word that? What word? That. What is the word for more than one butterfly? Butterflies? No, like a herd, or a school, or a heap. Oh, a swarm? I don't know, a flock? A swarm. Yeah, a swarm of butterflies. A flock, maybe? Maybe people like butterfly vomit. I would like vomit. I like butterfly vomit. It'd be more appealing than having like a just puddle of bile on the ground. If I puked and I create a life with that, I'd fucking be I'd get sick all the time. Like, my room would be covered in butterflies. Oh, Rin looks at the mural, looking surprisingly unhappy. The mill could be better. Usually I like in-betweens, but this was a pain in my butt. Not literally, of course. Then again, I did get that too. I guess it was literally after all. Don't be so critical of yourself. She looks at me funnily, but shuts up. At about this point, I start thinking if I should really leave and do something more constructive with my Sunday. This is a pinnacle of social failure. a whole free day at a festival right outside my doorstep. And what do? Sit here with Rin, two bystanders, with nothing to do except to think what a pity it is just to be a bystander. Even realizing how pitiful it is, I don't do anything. I don't stand up and take off for a day of fun. Shuffle, shuffle. Fidget. Shuffle. What? Rin is shuffling about restlessly, constantly swinging one leg over the other knee and then back again. She has to be irritated looking at. She has a very irritated look on her face. Is something wrong? No, yes, no, yes. She suddenly hops up on her feet. It's surprising. I thought she was still rendered immobile, but apparently that's not the case. I have to go find Emmy or someone. I need some help with something. I can help. No, it's okay. One of us has to stay here in case something happens. Don't be ridiculous. Nothing remotely interesting has happened since I came here, except the one guy who dropped the snow cone on his foot. Let me help you, since I'm bored. So what's it? Rin's lip flattens tightly against each other into almost a perfectly horizontal line. She closes her eyes and draws in a deep breath. And when she opens her eyelids, its frighteningly stern look in her dark eyes takes me aback. And so, you might not want to hear this, or maybe you do. I don't know, but it doesn't matter. And even if you would, you are not leaving me any choice. I have. Oh. Oh. Oh God. Oh God, Rin. I never even thought about that. How did she get She needs help with tampons. She needs help with everything below the waist. Maybe something by the toes. But she's not that flexible to get up to her crotch and pull stuff out. Oh God, Rin. I'm so sorry. Ah. God. It really brings into my mind how useful hands are. Like, I'm using my hands right now just to play this game. I'm having my period. This is also a weird thing that ever came out of my mouth. I'm having my period, and I need some help regarding that. However, I don't feel that our relationship is yet on the level where I could allow you to pull my underpants down in a girl's toilet, even if you offer to. That's why you should stay here while I go look for Emmy. The blood rushes to my cheeks like the rising tide. My brain's trying to desperately search for an answer, but the only thing I can think of right is how that was the most coherent thing I have heard come out of Rin's mouth during these 4 days. I've known her. Yes. Just yes. I agree with your statement. Move along. Not wanting to meet Rin's eyes, I turn my face aside, pretending I'm looking at someone's parents.